Having what's left of my dinner. Hey guys, I'm just having what's left of my dinner. I have a whole thumbnail for this on the YouTube. I have a whole thumbnail for this. I went the extra mile. Since it's a very specific stream. How are you guys doing? We'll chat first. On full screen. I'm gonna lick the bowl. I think I'm gonna lick the bowl. Because it's that good. Brussels sprouts and potatoes and a tahini dressing. Hashtag vegan. Hashtag whole foods and such. Oh, and kale that I grew. Dinosaur kale. The intro of my stream. Hello, Kelly? His cutes? On the YouTube. Hello, I mean on the Twitch. Thank you for joining. Looks clean. Looks clean. Hello, guys. Hello. First of all, to start out, I want to wear this hoodie always specifically for when I'm calling out PDF files, but I wouldn't be surprised if this guy would go after children, Jimmy Knowles, because he's a psychopath. He's a narcissist. I would highly recommend to get this sweater. The link is in the description on YouTube. Protect the Kids Canada. And buying this shirt, buying this hoodie goes towards protecting the children and getting laws in place in Canada to increase the sentencing for predators and pedophiles. PDFs. So, I would highly recommend this sweater. And I'm wearing it today because we're calling out a psychopath. I have my... Okay, you're going... Kiss Cutes on Twitch says they are going to the mall tomorrow morning with someone named Kelly. And right now they're at the gym. Well, I hope that this can be entertaining for you while you're at the gym, mate. Getting your pump on. How's everyone doing? I've had a kind of an all over day. And I was like, should I stream? Should I not? And then when I was on my walk, I went for a long walk with the dogs, and I listened to some of my stream yesterday where I briefly started ripping on and getting into the lore of Jimmy Knowles, aka Jimmy on relationships. And it inspired me to go forward, follow my word, like I said on the stream, and spend today ripping on, deep diving and ripping on alleged psychopath Jimmy Knowles. Serial cheater Jimmy Knowles. Also known as Jimmy on relationships. This guy's a psychopath. I realized I'm in the mood to do a ripping on. I was debating if I should do a reading out of Dr. Karen Mitchell's thesis, or if I should just rip on Jimmy, do a deep dive of and tear apart his facade. And I decided that's what I'm gonna do. When I upload this as a full YouTube video, I probably will when I actually edit together this live stream footage, I will probably do an intro with my Canon G7X, so it's all professional, but I still want to do a little intro of the stream here. So while you guys are funneling in, I will start talking about it. Okay. So guys, today we are going to be deep diving into researching and sadly consuming some of the content of a man by the name of Jimmy Knowles, known on his social media as Jimmy on relationships. So if you first just look at his page, it seems like he's just giving relationship advice. He's just trying to help people in relationships and how to be closer to your significant other. If you read his YouTube bio and you actually get the lore on him, he cheated on his wife. She found out, and then he gaslit her into staying with him instead of rightfully leaving as she should, because done it before, will do it again, foe not friend. And then Jimmy Knowles has created a whole online internet facade business giving advice on relationships and specifically about narcissism, yet never admitting that he himself is one. But as we'll see, as we consume some of his content and put together the rational pieces together, we will understand and come to see that this is a psychopath narcissist, cheated on his wife, probably is cheating on her currently or has since, with all of the attention he's getting now, and probably girls in his inbox. I wouldn't be surprised if he's done it again. He's created this, I'm not sure what my sentence was before that, but he's created this whole facade that he's just trying to help people in relationships. And specifically, he's trying to figure out what love is. Those of us who aren't psychopaths, who aren't serial cheaters, who have access to empathy, we know what love is and what love feels like. We don't need to learn. We don't need to, learn what love is. But, and this is why one of my psychopath narcissist abusers got a master's in psychology, and same reason why Jimmy on relationships is creating his whole online business about what trying to figure out what love is, trying to see what an empathetic brain is actually like, because he doesn't have one, whilst also talking about narcissism and a lot about narcissist state of mind. If he just genuinely regretted cheating on his wife, why is he trying to now figure out what love is? And why is he talking about narcissism and doing skits where he dresses up as his wife? And then him doing a skit like it's not like it's fiction, when in fact he's just giving his internal dialogue of the narcissist state of mind and what a narcissist is thinking when they're looking and talking to their victim. Bro, do not put your I'm screenshotting actually, but don't put your message, don't put your phone number, bro. Don't put your phone number, bro, in chat. That's just like not a smart thing to do. Don't openly put your phone number in chat, bro. But anyways, so this guy, as you guys can maybe already tell, this guy is hiding in plain sight, as predators do, as psychopaths, narcissists do. He's making his whole living based on Jimmy, on relationships, on trying to be just a guy trying to help learn how to love, whilst also giving internal dialogue of narcissists and psychopaths, but not admitting that it's actually his internal dialogue. Not actually admitting, because that would be incriminating. But we can put together the pieces to realize it's just him speaking about his own state of mind, about his wife and how he actually feels about her and treats her, but putting it in the facade of he's just making a skit, guys. He's just trying to bring awareness for other people. It's not how he thinks, but he's just bringing awareness of. I see through that facade. I see through it instantly. Because I have long-term experience with psychopaths, with married psychopaths. Yeah. This is why also my first ripping on video was into Atrioc. A married man sexualizing his coworkers, making deep fakes of them, and and then going, boo, oh, I didn't mean to. It was a one-off. I'm so sorry. I see through the facade, because the same excuses my groomers used to their wives when they told me how they actually think. Of course, there's things they held back, but I know that internal dialogue that they're having. And the problem with Jimmy on relationships is he's admitting it out in the open, not saying it's him, though. It's not him, he's saying. He's just bringing awareness of something that could happen in a relationship. He's a loser. I hate you, Jimmy Knowles. I see through the facade. You're a psychopath narcissist. Just like my PDF psychopath groomers and abusers. And also like Atrioc. And also like Herschel Beam the 4th, the 6th. What's this is? Dr. Disrespect. All the same psyche, guys. And also all the same situation. Married men serial cheating on their wives and then say, I'm sorry. It was just a one-off. You can't believe that I actually meant that. I was just feeling really lonely. You must forgive me. And then sadly, their wives do, because their wives aren't aware on psychopathy and narcissism and are groomed, have been long-term groomed by their husbands. And I also just want to say, I feel so sad for Jimmy Knowles' wife, because not only is he making a mockery of his wife on the internet, putting a wig, dressing up as her, but saying it's just a skit, making generalizations, not actually representing him and his wife, but just trying to educate people. But he's making money from it and is probably the breadwinner, and therefore his wife feels inclined to have to stay with him. And plus, that public facade is then making the wife think, well, he's putting this effort into changing, into educating. He's just making a very well-versed public facade. He's fooling you. Psychopaths, narcissists, serial cheaters don't have access to empathy or a conscience. They've never felt love. They never will. Ma'am, Jimmy Knowles' wife, listen to his words in his own skits when he's speaking of the narcissist state of mind. Those things that he's saying, how you not having lack of boundaries and you having past trauma, how that makes you guys a perfect pair. That's a prime victim for him. You're an ideal victim. And he likes that. And yes, Josh, he gets off on that. It makes him feel fucking great. Stop the cycle, ma'am. Break up with the husband, and you, wife of Jimmy Knowles, create your own channel, your own YouTube channel, your own TikTok, and make videos talking open and honestly about everything that you've been through as the victim of this serial cheater, psychopath, narcissist that makes a mockery of you and your guys' relationship and tries to make it like he's the good guy. And then I even saw something of him trying to say that it's mutual accountability, trying to make it like you're somehow a problem in this, of his cheating, and now of his public mockery of you and your guys' relationship. So, goals with this is not just ripping on Jimmy, okay? I make my ripping on videos to bring awareness. I thought I'm ripping on Minecraft one. That one's bringing awareness as well, in a kind of a different way. But my ripping on videos are to bring awareness on psychopath narcissists and to accurately and honestly describe their actual intentions and the reasoning and mindset behind their facade. Because for 9 whole years, I was in almost daily communication with a married psychopath, giving me his internal dialogue, what he thinks about his wife, how they actually think. Of course, there's still things they held back, because why would they ever be 100% openly honest? Oh, but I sure got a good idea. I know very well what Jimmy's thinking of you, ma'am. His wife. You are a pawn in his public puzzle, in his public facade, in his money-making scheme, making it look like he's the good guy. And he's just trying to... What he's doing is trying to help other psychopaths how to get away with it better and groom their wives that they've cheated on, demeaned, abused, and how to make their wives fall in line and forgive them. That's what Jimmy's actually doing. he inadvertently bringing some awareness to narcissism? I wouldn't say really, because he's holding a lot back and not admitting that that's what he is, or giving his true psyche, not outward admitting it. So no, those of us with access to empathy can do a far better job of describing psychology and narcissism and psychopathy and true love than you, Jimmy. Okay, that was a long intro. That's my that was long, and that was very intuitive, and I'm proud of how I delivered that and said that. It's true though, I hate this guy. I understand the psyche immediately. Yes, Josh. Yes, Josh. It's also hiding in plain sight. The same reason why my first PDF psychopath, married with children, groomer, was at his prepubescent daughter's school, learning internet safety for children online, when he was exploiting a child online the day before he got arrested. And he donated to he was on the board of a children's charity, because it's part of the facade, because that's how you get away with it, because that's optimal, to make people think you're a good person. And that's what Jimmy Knowles is doing. Yes, Josh, him creating this online thing, Jimmy creating his online public persona facade mask, is also, yes, his way to get new supply whilst keeping his current supply in control. Hey Mick, good to see you. We're in psychology state of mind again today. I'm speaking on narcissism, psychopathy, specifically about Jimmy on relationships, which I guess, let me show you. This is who the guy is. This is the one where, let's see. This is the guy. Jimmy. Fuck you, Jimmy. I fucking hate psychopaths like you. Yes, Josh, it's a win-win for him. It's a win-win for Jimmy, at the cost of our sanity, at the cost of fooling those of us with empathy. I hate him. Nick, I strongly dislike this guy. I strongly dislike him. I strongly dislike psychopaths. Yeah, he's literally a leech. Jimmy is a leech. I also like being dramatic, but it's honest. It's honest that psychopath. Woo-hoo. I hate this guy. Ow, I kind of have a stomach ache. The Brussels sprouts that I ate are, the Brussels sprouts. So this is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be deep diving into this guy. I'm going to be breaking down his facade and ripping on. I have my ripping on series on YouTube. With the first one being Atrioc, another married psychopath, narcissist that made a public mockery of his wife. Okay, so that's fitting. He does have crazy eyes. Yes. You're at a point in your life you're trying not to have any anger or hate, constantly trying to purge negative emotions or thoughts. Well, that is goals. Because like Jesus, love and light is the goal. It's the goal. But I'm not there yet. I am not there yet. And I like calling out these psychopaths accurately and ripping on and ripping on. So, but Mick, I commend you, and I would say that is optimal to not have any hate or anger, but just purge negative emotions. So to do it to speak of it also from a kind perspective, which I tried to do when it comes to his wife. Okay, dear Jimmy Knowles' wife, your husband isn't gonna change. Your husband hasn't changed. He's just using new tactics and is making a public mockery of you and what he's done to you, and is actually using his platform to further fool you and to stroke his ego and to, as Josh said, get new supply and make himself look good. But he did what he did. He's being open about narcissist point of view, which is him just talking about his own internal point of view towards you and how he feels about you. The way to keep your children safe and you safe and out of the grasp of this psychopath narcissist is to divorce him and leave him. We stand with you. I stand with you, making your own social media platform, talking about how Jimmy actually is and how it is from your point of view, and how embarrassing it has been for you to see him make a public mockery of you and try to say that he's just trying to learn what love is. Yeah, sadly, yeah, Mick, I wish the best for his wife for sure. Jimmy is a psychopath narcissist, so love isn't possible for him. But I hope that he finds his own solo happiness in a way that isn't harming others and making mockery of people that he says he so-called loves or trying to learn how to love. Yeah. Yeah. Great point, Josh. If you wanted to purge all your anger, you would need to disconnect yourself from the modern world altogether. And it's not realistic at that point in your life. That reminds me of like what my dad said. My dad has wanting to go off grid before, because just how toxic the world is, and that going off grid and completely being out of the grasp in society, being out of that. But he's like, then I can't interact with others. Then how would he ever find true love, right? My dad. And I agree, Josh, but we can act out of love, not out of anger. Exposing psychopaths is actually a loving thing to do, because it's for the greater good of society to be able to get his wife out of the grasps of her narcissistic, serial cheating, psychopathic husband. Yep. I agree, Mick. You know, that's a hard thing for psychopaths to do, but him making a mockery of his wife online, creating a whole online persona facade, actually talking about narcissism and the point of view, but not admitting that that's his point of view towards his wife, and then putting a wig on to represent his wife, same color of hair as his wife, and then sometimes making it like his wife's the bad guy. It's very, very demeaning, evil, manipulative, and I see him getting his narcissistic rocks off. Anyways, but yeah. We can hope that Jimmy shuts up. Yes, it is, Mick. Yeah, it is. But for psychopaths, their whole life, their brain is different. The prefrontal cortex and amygdala, the defect, is so vastly different from ours. Okay? It's so vastly, and he gets off on demeaning, harming, sadistically destroying, fooling, toying with. So he kind of thrives on not hate and anger. Well, yeah, hate and anger on destroying others, demeaning others, and he's doing it publicly for all to see, but under the guise of education, when he's actually making skits literally mocking his wife. Anyways, I feel really bad for his wife and the fact they have children together. But my PDF file groomers had children as well with their wives. That doesn't make them a good person. A lot of them intentionally get a wife and children as a public facade, an optimal public facade, to then do nefarious things like cheating, like going after minors, like being serial killers as well. Because who would expect? Because that's how you get away with it, because that's optimal public facade. You're a good guy, Mick, okay? So it's hard for us to understand the psyche of psychopaths, but yeah, you being, I think you're amazing, and yeah, no, neither am I. I'm a layman using my life. Yeah, guys, for the record, I'm a layman using my life experience, long-term experience with psychopaths, with married psychopath predators, towards this. This is just me speaking as a layman. My stomach, ow, the digestion of this is giving trouble. Ow, one sec. Oh, ow. Yeah. And yes, Josh, I feel incredibly bad for his wife as well. Just as I feel incredibly bad for Atrioch's wife, and just as I feel incredibly bad for Herschel, Beam the 4th, the 6th's wife. And that's why I made my ripping on videos as well for them, to accurately describe their dialogue, to be able to help their wives see their psychopathic husbands for what they truly are, not the excuses that they will spin, to try to mitigate the truth of their actions that came to light, unlucky for them. To be able to get their true psyche across, to help those around them, and to make others aware, so then we can distance ourselves from them, and for those in their lives to go no contact from, to divorce and go no contact from. Okay, so I have my coffee. Will this help with the digestion or make it worse? I don't know. It's definitely going through the stomach though. Oh, fuck. I hate that that's happening. It's gonna take me out of the... Ow. The digestion's happening. Okay. So let's put it sideways. And let's get into... I did the intro. Yeah, no milk or sugar. No milk or sugar for me. Just... Oh, there's the... Hello. Yes, Canadian. Hi, thank you guys. Hello. Okay, sorry, that's the... I have to have that up. You guys get to see the TikTok. I always forget. Oh, thank you, Alexi, for the donations. Okay. I don't think I need Twitch up. Hello, my TikTok people as well. Okay, so let's make sure I have this properly. Properly on the screen. Let's see if I have it like this. Yeah, this is just how I make my coffee. Let me give a TLDR of my coffee. I have it black. I will sometimes make my own hazelnut milk with a local forage. Literally, my sister forages hazelnuts on our 40-acre property. and then I soak them and I make milk out of it. So I have that, but I didn't make that today. So black, I used it in the morning. I need to soak more hazelnuts and stevia, 100% stevia though, not the ethereatol mix. And guys, again, this is the hoodie. Don't be a goof, okay? This is to get this hoodie, this is specifically for bringing awareness to child predators, to calling out child predators, to be able to, link is in the bio to get this t-shirt. The money goes towards helping fund change in the Canadian laws to be able to increase the sentence of child predators to a minimum of 9 years. So in the YouTube, that is available to be the link to get this. And okay, Mick, here's today's haiku. I love it. Delicate, soft skin, woven by the gods themselves, divine masterpiece. I like it. That's very lovely. I like the word masterpiece being in there, because I like using that word to describe really good things. Thank you for sharing, Mick. I like it. Yeah, okay. Yes, Josh. Okay, so I think that Dr. Karen Mitchell does speak on this. Also, the reason why I got Dr. Karen Mitchell's blessing for this. She made a tweet. She's the woman who did the incredible thesis, which I still haven't fully read out, which I want to. I haven't yet, but I want to. And she made a tweet saying, who's someone that's a narcissist online, a content creator that's a narcissist, and why do you think so? And I commented Jimmy on relationships and gave a brief thing about it. She liked it. And because I had reasoning for it. I also said Dr. Todd Grande, which I do have his book, which I did buy when I thought he was an educator, but then I was made aware, but I don't have proof on it. I just get the vibe from him that Dr. Todd Grande is a psychopath narcissist himself. I don't have any proof on it though. I just kind of understand the psyche of just by the way he holds himself and the kind of covert anger that does seep through from him, the covert sadism that seeps through from him. But so she didn't like that one, but she did like the Jimmy on relationships. So that was confirmation to me that I can accurately do this stream. But Josh, yes, Dr. Karen Mitchell has in fact spoken about how they do have different kind of facial expressions. The high functioning, which he is high functioning. Jimmy Knowles is not a stupid man. He's an intellectual, smart, high functioning psychopath. Not to compliment him, but just saying this guy isn't dumb. He was dumb that he got caught in the first place, but he's not dumb overall. She would know though. Yeah, that's like, I don't know if you were here when I did it, when I said it, when we were briefly talking about Jimmy last stream. But they mimic, but they don't ever have natural reaction. So some of them can mimic a smile very well, but a lot of the time it doesn't show in the eyes, like his doesn't. It's not in the eyes, it's vacant. Not like, yay, yes, fuck yeah, let's go. It's just moving the mouth into a smile-like formation, but it's not. And some get really good at, they know how to move the facial movements in such a way, but I can just see it there. That's one of the things. That's kind of a tell sometimes if they say that, Josh, I stand with you. I stand with you. I stand with you. So it's not all the time, but it can be a tell if they literally don't know how to smile, or they never seem to have a natural smile. That can be a tell of a psychopath narcissist. But not always, because some of them, especially high IQ, high functioning, have learned how to mimic their face in such a way that it appears the same as a genuine reaction from someone. I have a couple in my mind that I think are good at mimicking that, but don't have the genuine reaction themselves. There's some I'm thinking of in my head right now that I won't verbalize, but so yeah, guys, I also, as I said, would highly recommend supporting, following the Instagram account, Protect the Kids Canada, and getting this hoodie. To be able to get it, you do have to DM the guy. And he will give you the price and is able to ship it worldwide. But you have to message him because it's not too big of a business yet. But I would highly recommend to support this. I told him this is going to be my classic hoodie when I call out predators and psychopaths. So that's why I'm wearing that today. I stand with, and I would recommend. Okay. So let's see just if I have this. Looks good there. Looks like it shows it properly for that. And for the YouTube, looks like it shows it well as well. Does it matter if I have all of my things here? I don't think so. Like, let people see it. I don't care really. But this is actually where we're gonna start. The YouTube is where we're gonna start, because when we were briefly looking through on the TikTok, if we look on the TikTok yesterday, he doesn't say how he cheated on his wife and that's why he instigated this whole thing. It's not mentioned here. He just says he's a husband and a father, which, as I've said, I don't know if I've said it in this stream, I'm just a husband and a father. My first psychopath, predator, groomer, exploiter of me had almost the identical thing in his Twitter bio. A loving husband and father. Because they gotta make sure to let people know, I've got a wife, I have children, therefore I must be a good guy. This is also how them getting married and having children, it's all part of the facade, because it makes people think, but he got married, he has children, how could he be bad? Because that's how a high-functioning psychopath gets away with it. I think it's evil that they get married and have children. I think that's evil. I think that a psychopath should stay a bachelor for life and just, I don't know, have hookups or just associate with other psychopaths. I don't think that they should bring a partner into their life and then make fun of that partner. But, and let's see, did he get rid of it? Here he has it. Okay. I cheated years ago. Where is the one that we had yesterday where he was talking about? Did he actually no, I think it was this. Let's see. I don't know. I might have to look. Was he made aware? I'm looking back at my other stream. Okay. One sec. Did he delete the video? No, it was one that was pinned and he took it away. He changed the pinned videos. He changed the pinned videos since yesterday's stream. Interesting. One day later. Okay. He deleted some of them. Or it's this on the... Oh, no, it's here. Oh, my God. Okay. No, I was looking at the... It is here. Okay. Never mind, guys. I was like, did he change it? He didn't. It's here. Okay, this is the one. Sorry. Yeah, it's also medical legal disclaimer. I'm a husband and a father, guys. Okay, this is where it was. If he was actually on... Where was I getting onto that with, though? Husband and a father. Yeah, it's what my predator abuser said. I got so off track there. Sorry. I was like, did he really delete it? Okay, before we get into that, yeah, I wish they would just... Okay, but this is what... That was the train of thought. I wish that... We gotta put this on, actually. I really wish that they didn't get into relationships at all. That they stayed single. But as we'll see him admit in this video, an empath with who has had prior trauma is an optimal victim for a psychopath, for them to toy with, because the victim's completely unaware or has already been broken down so much that us with empathy, psychopaths sadly are drawn to us because they can manipulate and sadistically destroy us best. So this is why. Plus their facade, because them being single for their whole life makes everyone kind of go like, what's wrong with him? Why didn't he get married? Why is he still single? Why did he not? It sets a red flag, and they know that. They're very aware of their facade and how they are viewed upon this world. So this is why they get into relationships and marry and have children and involve all of these kind people into their life. And as we'll see here from this TikTok, and remember, when he's saying if the narcissist was actually honest, he's saying if he was actually honest. He's actually just giving his internal dialogue here. And look how he explains in this TikTok about how he wants an empathetic victim. And this is why they sadly end up going after, why they get married, get in relationships with empaths, those of us with empathy, because they get the sadistic joy out of it. Remember that their entire existence is based upon hurting others. Okay, so just listen to this and watch it from the point of view of he's just talking about himself, guys. He's not talking about a hypothetical narcissist that isn't him. He's talking about himself. Let's listen. Okay. Oh. Can you guys hear? I don't think you can. I hate him.
Manipulate you.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
Especially well if you have.
So he's saying it with a jovial, funny voice, but we're going to listen to it with how he's explaining it here, and then I'm going to deliver it with how his internal voice is actually saying it. He's saying it in a palpable, digestible way, pretending that he's just talking about a hypothetical narcissist that, of course, couldn't be him. So let's listen to how he says it. This is him being honest, though, and then I'm going to deliver the lines accurately of how he's actually feeling. Okay?
A narcissist. Yeah, but you seem so nice. Oh, I'm pretending. Really? Yeah, I figured out if I'm charming and funny and give you lots of attention and affection, then I can get you to fall in love with me. Why do you need me to fall in love with you? Oh, because then you're less likely to leave once I start lying and belittling and...
He's saying this to his wife. This is literally him just saying to his wife. I feel so bad for his wife that he makes a mockery of her like this. Sorry, I had to pause it already.
Sliding you and chipping away at your self-worth in order to control and manipulate you. Huh. Yeah, it works especially well if you have a history of trauma where you tend to blame yourself even though you're the one being neglected. That sounds like abuse. Oh, it definitely is. Why would you do that? Oh,
that sounds like abuse, Jimmy. Is that him actually admitting that he's abusing his wife when he does those things? Interesting.
Insecure. I can see that. Yeah, I have a massively fragile ego and a fear of rejection, so I've created a fantasy world in which I'm the center of the universe and everyone else is inferior. Wow. Yeah. Well, thank you for telling me all this up front before we formed a complicated trauma bond that would have caused...
Complicated trauma bond that would have caused me years of misery. That is what he's done to his wife and continues to do.
Here's a misery. Yeah, well, I just want people to know what they're getting into. I mean, you by chance don't struggle with a lack of boundaries and self-esteem issues, do you? I do, actually. Dang it. We probably would have made a great pair. Yeah, I bet. A good thing you showed me these red flags up front so I could protect myself. Well, if there's one thing...
No psychopath would ever be honest and upfront. They wouldn't be. They never would be. Because that's incriminating. Because that gives away their facade. Why would they openly admit that? So we have to realize when they are admitting it inadvertently through a little skit like this, we have to look at it through a logical lens and realize he's actually being honest about himself. Oh, it's funny. It's just a skit. I'm just educating people. No. Psychopath.
It's honest and transparent in the beginning.
Said no narcissist ever, and then promotes his YouTube. Gotta get the marketing in there. Gotta market it. Gotta promote themselves. What an asshole. He's not dumb.
Hey,
but he is, because I'm breaking it down now, so it does make him look kind of silly. Fuck you, Jimmy. Okay, I'm gonna read it from his point of view. One sec. Honestly, about how he not how he's delivering the line so that it's palpable for his audience and for his faux educational, but how he's actually thinking and looking at his victim internally, the dialogue and the actual evil psyche of. Yes, Josh, they have fun halfway admitting things and rubbing it in people's face. Sick. They love doing it in plain sight. Doing it in plain sight is so fun for them because it shows them that they're getting away with it. They're like, look at this. Nobody's catching on. I'm making money. I've 1.9 million followers. My wife's not going to leave me because I'm making the money now, and I'm showing her I'm a good husband and I've changed. And that brings him supreme joy. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. God, my stomach still hurts. I wish my stomach would stop hurting. How's TikTok doing? How are the TikTok people? Thank you for joining, guys. Hello, TikTok. We're ripping on Jimmy. A lot of people are joining here. Okay. Canadian guy joining. Crazy Catman. Hello, guys. Yeah, we're ripping on Jimmy on relationships. It's like they get high on it. They do. They get sadistic joy. So how other people get love, and feel happiness out of helping others, having a good time. I don't know what the actual brain chemicals it is. Maybe I need to do some education on this just so I know when I talk about it again. But they do get their joy out of it. They do get the joy. This is their love. I can't even use that word because it's not love. It's the sadistic joy they get out of harming others. Sorry. It's the digesting of the Brussels sprouts, guys. It's the digesting of the Brussels sprouts, guys. Oh, thank you, Josh. Yeah, it's painful, but it's not going to stop me from calling out Jimmy Knowles. Okay, so now let me deliver the lines accurately from how he actually feels. Hey, it's great to meet you. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you too. So, I'm a narcissist. But you seem so nice. Oh, I'm pretending. Yeah, really? Yeah, I figured out if I'm charming and funny. Which, being charming this is a classic ploy of narcissist psychopaths. They fooled me with it, guys. They fool me with it, God. They have fooled me with it so good because it makes them really enticing. They're charming, they're kind. It's the love bombing, but it really lures in victims well. Okay, sorry, I keep saying it. Yeah, I figured out if I'm charming and funny and give you lots of attention and affection, love bombing, then I can get you to fall in love with me. Why do you need me to fall in love with you? Oh, because then you're less likely to leave when I start lying, when I show my true colors and the mask comes off, and belittling and gaslighting you, and chipping away at your self-worth in order to control and manipulate you. Huh. Yeah, it works especially well if you have a history of trauma, where you tend to blame yourself even though you're the one being neglected. That's evil. Oh, it definitely is. Why would you do that? I'm deeply insecure. And this actually is it's founded to not be true, that psychopaths and narcissists are deeply insecure. They actually are quite happy with themselves. This is a good ploy for them to say they're deeply insecure, because that makes us with empathy empathize with them and make us think, oh, they're just really insecure and sad. No, they aren't. He's not insecure or sad at all. Jimmy is sitting back like this when his wife's not around and it's just him, and he's thinking about this whole online thing he's created and all of the fooling he's done. He's not insecure. He fucking loves it. Narcissists and psychopaths are completely self-aware. They know exactly what they're doing and they like doing it. It's not because they're insecure. It's because they enjoy demeaning you. Okay, so it's not that they're insecure. Okay, just FYI. That's actually a king of the world. King of the world. That's how they feel, yes. Empathetic camouflage. I like that wording of it. Yes, they feel like king of the world. Yeah. Yeah, and this isn't true. Yeah, I have a massively fragile ego and a fear of rejection. They don't. They like manipulating, getting, and grooming you into it. The fear that they have would be their facade falling before them and people being aware. Like, this is what he'd fear, someone like me breaking down his facade, ripping on, but it's not that they're, oh, will someone love me? Oh, I'm so embarrassed of myself. It's not that kind of dialogue they have. This is it's a good ploy for them, though. It's a good ploy for them. So I've created a fantasy world in which I'm the center of the universe. This is actually what he's done, though, with his social media. He actually does. It's not that he actually believes that he's smarter than, because in a way he has gotten away with it, and that brings him absolute joy, thrill, happiness. So it's not a fantasy. They bring it into reality. Like, I'm the center of the universe, and this is where the truth is, and everyone else is inferior. I do it best. I fooled you. You're a loser. I'm better. Ha ha. That's the dialogue, okay? Oh, wow. Yeah, well, thank you for telling me this up front before we created a complicated trauma bond. Yeah, and he would never say that. Yeah, I just want people to know what they're getting into. I mean, you by chance don't struggle with lack of boundaries and self-esteem issues, do you? I do, actually. Dang it. We probably would have made a great pair. So they're actually thinking that he's not saying this. Then when they see that their victim, that a new possible, what's the word that you used? I liked that, Josh. A new supply, when they see a new supply, they're thinking, and we make a good pair. This victim has no boundaries, has had trauma, doesn't know what I'm doing. I can play the nice guy and be charming, and they won't even know. Ha 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 ha. But he's not. So this is why, guys, I also have trouble with psychopaths and narcissists trying to educate and using platforms to educate others about psychopathy and narcissism. They're never going to be fully honest. He's doing it in this funny kind of skit way. This isn't the reality of it. They would never admit, right? He is giving the internal dialogue, but he's not actually showing the depth of it. That's like something that I realized too with my groomers and abusers. I still will never know the true depth of their evil, because there's always things they've held back, and I will never be in their mind because my mind is not like theirs. They are so evil though, guys. We have to remember this, okay? Okay. Josh, I'm gonna write that down. I haven't watched that movie. Jake Gyllenhaal. Maybe I need to watch this. Anything that accurately shows psychopaths to make populace aware of it via art, I really enjoy. That's why I enjoy Mr. Mercedes, because true psychopath psyche is shown via Brady Hartsfield. And yes, Josh, they will always exploit that position. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna make note to watch it. Yeah, but like this whole skit is like unrealistic in the way, and he knows this, Jimmy knows this, that they would never ever openly admit, guys. But do keep it in mind that this is what they're thinking when they're grooming you as a new supply. They're not going to say it. Why would they say it? Why would they openly admit they're going to be charming, they're going to be funny, they're going to lure you in, they're going to market themselves well? Because that's how you get away with it. That's how you lure in a new victim. That's how you get new supply, and that's how they get their sadist rocks off. Yeah, I bet. Good thing you showed me these red flags up front so I could protect myself. They never would. And that's why I bet Jimmy was laughing making this too in his head, because unless his wife wasn't around, then he's smiling. Grinning. They grin, they don't smile. Because he knows they never would. He's like, I don't. I don't openly admit this. Why would I? Why would someone like him? They wouldn't. They wouldn't ever. Okay. So he's saying, well, if there's one thing I am, it's honest and transparent in the beginning. Said no narcissist ever. Exactly. No, said no narcissist ever. So he's admitting, and don't subscribe to him. I don't want to keep that up because we don't want to subscribe to him. Look how he's making a mockery of his wife. If anything, what this skit is him representing his first date with his wife and his internal dialogue of, and then saying, said no narcissist ever. And he's laughing about that, laughing about it. Because he knows that they wouldn't ever admit. And as I said again, we need not have narcissist psychopaths be the voice of psychology on narcissism and psychopathy, because they dampen it down, because they create facade, because they try to normalize it and they try to act like it's societally acceptable. They put a funny spin on it. He's openly admitting what he's like himself. Okay. If the narcissist is actually honest, he's saying if he was actually honest. If he was actually honest. Okay. Yeah, Josh, I bet he is aware these videos will trigger victims too. Yeah. So true. He knows that victims like us are watching this and thinking, you're fucking evil. The way you're doing it in plain sight, the way you're making a mockery of. Yeah. Which is why I will not allow myself to cry or get sad right now, even though I could, because I don't want to give him that gratification so he can sit back on his own time and jack off to it later. Because that's what they do when they see their victims crying and such. That's ha 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 ha. It turns them on. It makes them happy. It gives them sadistic joy. So I won't give that to him. I won't cry. I won't cry over Jimmy Knowles' evil self. Yeah. I'm just interested in what this is. This is his buddy. This is his buddy. Ends in a special event only. Wow, it's selling a workshop. Selling a workshop. Oh my god. Herschel! Guys, this is hilarious. Is this showing? Is this showing? Oh my god. No, it was Herschel. It said Herschel. It doesn't show up. Just purchased 2 days ago. Is this Herschel Beam? Is Herschel Beam taking notes? Is that just that really made me laugh. Oh my god. The way the name was Herschel, yeah, I think actually Herschel should take notes because Jimmy's doing a pretty good job of the facade. Herschel could take notes, yeah. Okay, syndicates, you're late. You just got off the live yourself. Fuck yeah, keep on that grind, mate. Keep on the grind. Keep on the grind. Let's fucking go. I can't believe it said Herschel. Oh, that really makes me laugh. Couples workshop. Herschel Beam doing it with his that really has me haha. That really. Wow, speaking of okay, syndicate, breakdown of what's going on. We're doing a ripping on. We're bringing awareness to. We're doing a deep dive of Jimmy on relationships, a psychopath in disguise who cheated on his wife and then has now made his whole brand about how to learn what love is. He's just a guy who wants to learn what love really looks like. Because he's a psychopath, doesn't have access to empathy, so he has to learn. But he's a loving husband and father, guys, who just wants to learn what love requires of him. What's the best facade to make it look like I love my wife? That's what he's wondering. We are doing a deep dive on him. Were you here yesterday? Yeah, when we did a little bit. Oh, Bijou. When we did a little bit of a dive into Jimmy, but now we're doing a full deep dive into his evilness and his psyche. So yeah, what you've missed so far was me breaking down one of his TikToks, me doing an intro into this. Sorry, Bijou's barking. Sorry. My dinner is digesting Brussels sprouts. And it's hurting my stomach and making me burp. So just so you know. Sorry, guys. My bodily functions seem to be some of my videos that do the best. I hate it. My video talking about how I pick my nose, you do too, 91% of people do, is getting like so many views now. It's almost hit 1,000. It's popping off. People, so maybe I need to do a burping one next. Me burping a lot. Fuck. One sec. I'm just going to go see my dog. One sec. But I like what you wrote, Josh. One sec. Bijou. I can't have that, okay? Okay, sorry guys. Bijou must have just heard something. Okay, but yes, syndicate confession. I dig my nose too. So do I. I might do it more often than most, but I do. I bite my nails more often than most too. I'm kind of a hand to mouther, nose to mouther. Fuck. But the science is 91% of people pick their nose. It's normal. I did a whole video breaking it down, which is getting the views now. Okay, and Josh, I love what you said. Psychopath in disguise. Don't look into his eyes. He will hypnotize. Psychopath in disguise. Yep, I like that. True. Literally don't look into their eyes because then they have the connection to you. Just like a thing they do is try to physically come in closer to when it's in person, to try to give that bodily connection to keep you literally physically near them. These Brussels sprouts in my stomach. Apologies. Okay, let's read though. We broke down that one thing of his that is really, really, and this is funny because this gives my second groomer when he oh my god, actually I can tell this story without naming names. One of my groomers, and then he got his wife to forgive him, and she was like, it was just a one-off. He was Snapchatting me, and he had his phone still Bluetooth linked to the family TV because he was listening to Spotify music on it or whatever. He went into the bathroom, was opening my Snapchats, and was Snapchatting me. and it was still linked to the TV. And his wife saw. And his wife saw, and then she found out, due to him being a stupid, didn't cover his tracks well enough, but he was able to speak his way out of it because she did accept him back, and then they were back together, but he still continued talking to me. And this reminds me of that night, because then he called me on the phone that night when he was in his car and then slept over at his parents'. So, yeah, she did. I can't believe she forgave it either. But he's high functioning. He's high IQ. He's smart, like Jimmy. So they can talk their way out of it. He didn't tell her the truth that he had been talking and grooming me since I was a minor. He didn't tell her that. He spun a story that wasn't true. He spun what he thought would be able to get her to forgive him best. That's what happened. That's what happened. So I find this funny as well. That this is how he's described. The same thing happened to Jimmy. Oh, fuck, should I just stay in my car? Fuck, should I bring my parents in and have to sleep over at their place? Fuck, what do I do here? I'm so stupid. I should have kept it. Would they even say they're stupid? I don't know. They're just mad that they let their facade up. They're just mad that they outed themselves, that they were sloppy, that they were messy. So I just find this funny. Yeah. Yeah, became an enabler. She may be stuck in that position for a long time, unfortunately, yes. I don't blame my my PDF file abusers' wives. I don't blame them, just like how I don't blame Atrioch's wife for staying with him, just like how I don't blame Herschel Beams, this 4th or 6th wife, for staying with him, just like how I don't blame Jimmy on Relationship's wife for staying with him. But I want them out. I want them to be able to find true love, which is not possible with a psychopath narcissist, such as their husbands. And I want them to take them and their children away from their psychopath father, because that's the only way to fully heal. Yes, they are also victims. They are also victims. This is also why I'm giving some lore on my life today, guys. This is also why my first abuser, first PDF file abuser, this is why I fought and self-represented myself in court to be able to get access to documents, which was the letter from his counselor and the letter from his wife and their support of him, which helped lower his sentence and made him not even get jail time, just house arrest. And because his wife needed internet for her work, he also got access to internet during his house arrest. So basically, he just was on the self-isolating COVID. And anyways, that's what ended up happening. But I fought for myself in court, self-represented, to be able to get access to these documents, because I wanted to know if my first groomer, abuser, exploiter was honest to his wife and counselor about what he actually did, how he actually thinks, and who he actually is. And if he was honest and his wife still stuck by him, I wasn't sure. I don't think I was aware of Epstein Ghislaine then, but I use this comparison now. I wasn't aware if it was a Ghislaine Epstein situation where the wife was actually a part of it and was getting off on the abuse of me, or if he lied and wasn't honest and fooled and groomed his wife and the counselor, and that's why. And I got access to those documents, and I found that it was the case that his wife that didn't know that he wasn't honest, and the reason why his wife supported him
is because he lied. Well, and that's when I learned that I don't blame them. I don't, because they're also victims of these psychopaths. And I don't hold it against them. And I'm not mad at them. And I forgive them. But I also, this is why I want to use my voice. Sorry, this is also why I want to use my voice. To make people aware. So that they're not fooled. And that they get out of the toxic situation that they're also in and victims of with their psychopath husbands. And they have to realize that they got fooled too. No, they weren't a minor like I was. But they got groomed all the same. And they have to radically accept who their husband is. And then take the necessary steps to get out of their grasps. And to be able to find actual true love. So we need to group us as victims, whether I'm a victim, for example, of the husband, and the husband's wife is a victim of them as well. We all need to gather together instead of pandering to the psychopath predators, okay? They were victims all the same, so I don't blame them. I don't blame the wives. Because I know how charming, smart, compelling their psychopath husbands can be. Yeah. Yeah, Josh, there is power couples like that, though. There is, like the Ghislaine and Maxwell. Like Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein. There are those out there. I worry that that is what also makes me think of, what's his name? I've forgotten his name. I like that because he's not even important. That blonde, evil Viking looking ass motherfucker, Steven Van Devil. Steven Van Devil. Van de Velde, the Olympian. He has a wife now. And I worry that she is, I don't know. We don't know because they don't speak up either. They don't, the wives, because they're worried to, and their husbands tell them to stay quiet because they don't want the wife speaking up. Oh no, you'll get bullied. People will make fun of you. Just stay quiet behind the scenes. Don't be part of the public eye. I worry that that wife is a Ghislaine because I don't know, though. This is just me hypothesizing, okay? But I do worry that because she willingly knew that he raped a 12-year-old, spent time, not enough time, but spent time in jail for it, and she married him anyways. But these guys are incredibly, these psychopaths, because women are psychopaths, and there's women, PDF files, and predators as well. Can't remember, it's not a gender thing. She knew that. She knew that so maybe, again, maybe she's a victim of him as well. And in that case, I really hope that Steven Van de Velde's wife is able to leave and take her child away. And also, okay, if they have children with these men, though, psychopathy is genetic, and they need to monitor their children as they grow up to see if their children will exhibit psychopath behavior. Remember, you can't be diagnosed as a psychopath until you're 18. That's just what the DSM has. But there is telltale signs even in adolescence of psychopathy. So this is something as wives of psychopaths that have had offspring with psychopaths, have been the breeding mule of psychopaths, need to be aware that some of their children may be psychopaths as well, and need to monitor their children, but still the children should be with them and not with their psychopathic husband. This is just the truth of it. Wow, your daughter's groomers were all women. Yes, there are lesbian groomers. There are gay groomers. And of my experience with them is the straight psychopath groomers. It comes in any gender, any sexuality. But psychopath narcissists are boundaryless. So some might have preference for a specific gender, but they would RAPE any gender. They're boundaryless. They would go for any. So psychopaths, they would go for any victim. Okay. But some have preferences, but they're boundaryless and would go for any. This is a very educational video. Thank you, Syndicate. Sorry, I just brought up the Twitch now. Would I ever be friends with a sociopath if they were genuine? So this is where I need to, this is why I need to, I was wondering if I should do a video. I don't know if I can because I don't want to glamorize it. I don't want to be a bad influence. But I agree with Dr. Karen Mitchell's work that sociopaths, it's nurture, not nature, like psychopathy is. So sociopaths are victims, and there is possibility for them to change. So I'm kind of an apologist for them that way. And I would, if they were getting the help they need, yeah. But I don't know, because some of them, like you've said, I don't have as much experience with them. And some of them do just as evil things. So I don't know. For my safety, I would say that I mainly just stay at home, guys. So I'm not out and about with, I'm not out and about a lot. But there is help for, so there's possibility for sociopaths to change, since it is nurture, not nature. I worry about discussing this too, because psychopaths now, and I don't want to give them this idea, but I know that they've already thought this, is psychopaths then will try to hide under the sociopath label when they know that they're psychopaths themselves, but will try to then hide under the sociopath label, which many have already. So we have to be aware of that as well. This is why the DSM just overall needs to change. And trauma victims never should be in the same grouping as psychopathy. Oh, Josh. And then they bring them to parties. Yeah. Sex trafficking. One of my friends has been a victim of. And that's the same situation for her. Yes, Josh. I'm so sorry. It's happening, that's for sure. Women on women abuse, and PDF file, yeah. This is why psychopathy, I want to actually make another video. Sorry, we're just talking about psychopathy. We're getting off the topic of Jimmy specifically. But this is why I also want to do a video talking about, I was hypothesizing the title, I don't hate all men, and then comma, even though ... and talk about how it's not just men that are evil. Psychopathic men thrive easier because we live in a psychopathic patriarchy, which is being dismantled, but there is prolific psychopathic women abusers as well. It's genderless. Psychopathy, any gender. It's not just men. Okay? but that pisses some people off because they're like, well, it's majority men, but facts are psychopathy is genderless. So I've done a video before. I do have this one. That's when I was still kind of dressing up. It's when I had just quit Fansly, so I was still kind of dressing up. I'm not, don't do that anymore. But a video where I think, what's it called? It's not just men, it's women. What's the... Oh yeah, lack of empathy versus lack thereof. Ow, my stomach. Let's see if I can bring the video and then... Let me bring it up and then I'll just... It's a power game that can be played by either gender, yes. Evil women. I've been bullied by many evil women psychopaths. Yeah, not that you see it like a game, exactly, because it's just their psyche. No, I understand what you mean. For them, it's a game. For them, they're playing. Yeah, that's how they see it. Exactly. They're winning. It's a game. Yeah. Charlotte, Winslow, lack of empathy versus... Will it show up? Men versus women or... So yeah, this is what... Oh my god, I was so dressed up. This is silly. This is the video. Here, let me show. That I would recommend watching, that I have already kind of made on this topic. I was dressed. I don't dress up like this anymore. Where I do talk about this, I would recommend watching. This is actually my most educational video, or it was at that point. Men versus women, or empathy versus lack thereof. Psychopathy versus rest of the population. You guys can't see my hands, yeah. Psychopathy versus the rest of the population. You watched that one, Josh? Yeah. It's a very educational one, and I talk about that, how it's, layman speaks, how it's not... I'm all dressed up in it. That's kind of silly. But it's not a men versus women thing, okay? Many kind men and kind women have been victims of psychopathic women, just as vice versa have been victims of psychopathic men and have been victims of psychopathic they-thems, okay? Thanks, Josh. Yeah, I would recommend that one after watching the stream, or if you want to leave the stream right now. And yeah, okay. Wow, we talked a lot there, but this was very good. I'm getting educational information out there. We are speaking on the subject, and this all relates to Jimmy because he's one himself, I can tell, and just via him outing himself. And the fact he got caught for cheating and then now is making a fucking public mockery of his wife, making a whole industry business off it. Okay. So did he even confess, or did she find out? I'm curious. I'd love to hear the true story. I'd love to hear his wife's accounts of the event. Where's his wife speaking? So this is him. This is some lore just on Jimmy. I confessed to my wife that I had an affair, and she kicked me out, rightfully so. Of course he's going to say that, rightfully so. Oh, what I did was bad. Oh, I'm admitting to it. And as I was sitting in my car alone, the alone, like, woe is me, so woe. I was alone. Yes, Josh, they all want to be the circus ringleader. They do, yeah, they do. Sitting in my car alone, wondering if I should text my mom or sleep in my car. I asked myself, was this pain I'm experiencing preventable? Not as that his wife is sad. Is the pain he's experiencing preventable? my marriage be saved even after an affair? What does a healthy relationship even look like? I couldn't stop obsessing over these types of questions, and after reading, after learning, just like how my abuser got masters in psychology so they can learn how those of us with empathy think, so they can optimally abuse us. After reading dozens of books on relationships and eventually rebuilding trust in my marriage, he rebuilt the trust. He's like, ha ha ha, literally like a supervillain, literally a fucking supervillain. And eventually rebuilding trust in my marriage, I decided this is too important not to talk about. He's thinking I can help other psychopaths and share what I've learned with others. Make a business out of it. So I can help your relationship in any way that I can. Oh, by the way, asterisk, I am not a coach, even though, doesn't he say coach? He's doing a workshop. So this is probably another man that is a psychopath like him. And they're buddying up together. Or because psychopaths, not all their friends are psychopaths. They normally groom their flying monkeys. They befriend people that are genuinely good people so that they can appear as a genuinely good person. He created a course. They're making the money. So I don't know about this guy. I can't speak on this guy's psyche. I can't speak on this guy's psyche. But I just keep laughing on this as her shell. Oh my God. Yeah, he is a supervillain, and he does expose himself in the bio. I see it through the words. Like Josh, how we were talking the other day, how I'm good at reading through text because the way that my groomers were texting me all the time, well, not texting, but through Kik, mainly K-I-K, since they were doing that, I'm good at reading the words and picking apart the truth in the words. Yes, they try to befriend empaths for their camouflage. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And many have a close psychopathic friend that is like them, but they would never usually, sometimes they do, sometimes they openly they do work with that person, but usually they will not say that person is their best friend. Usually they will say someone who's their best friend is a hyper empathetic person, because that's optimal for their facade to make them look like, see, this guy's a good guy and he's friends with me, therefore I must be a good guy. He trusts me. So anyways, he's not a coach or a counselor. He's selling programs though. And my videos are he's sending, what are they called? Workshops, not programs, workshops, guys. Sorry, wrong word. And his videos are never intended to replace counseling or therapy. And stupid fucking smiley face. He outs himself, yeah, as Josh said in this bio there. Where is his wife even shown? Again, never smiling with the eyes. Never smiling with the eyes. Brings this up, but the actual eyes, the genuine smile. And look how he focuses so much on the visuals, on so much about, he's good at marketing. This guy's intelligent. Like he's a high functioning psychopath narcissist. He's good at marketing. Let's see. Okay. How to stop being manipulated by. I'm not going to listen to advice from a narcissist. If your ex was narcissistic, pretending like he's helping others, imagine the amount of joy. I can just imagine, I can't to the full degree of it, but I can think the things that he is thinking when he's making these videos, trying to educate, help other people not be victims of narcissist? When he's a narcissist himself, he's not going to give the best kind of advice because he's a narcissist himself, guys. And why is it? Look how many of these are about narcissism. He's not ever admitting to being a narcissist, and he's just saying how he wants to help relationships and learn about love. Why is he constantly mentioning narcissists? We know that it's not his wife that's the narcissist in the relationship. Wow, look at his most... Wow, look at this. Is a common stereotype perpetrated by psychopath narcissists. Women aren't attracted to nice guys. A warning to nice guys: caution, I'm gonna get them, not you. That's what the psychopaths think. Oh my, the way this is his most... He's not a nice guy. The way he's out in the open, but the way an uninitiated eye to psychopathy wouldn't understand this. This is an awful stereotype that he's perpetrating. But I'm not surprised. How anyone is... I feel so bad for all of the victims, literally all... I feel so bad for all of his viewers that have access to empathy, that are taking advice from this dude. This is not the dude you need to take advice from. The only people that should be taking advice technically from this guy is psychopaths like him, because they can learn how to fool their victims better. That's what he's actually giving advice on. But an actual empathetic, happy relationship that's not built on false pretense and pretending to know what love is. He doesn't know what love is, never will. This isn't the guy this isn't the workshop you need to go to, okay? I never like to say I'm shocked, because I'm never shocked by the levels they go to. Am I even surprised? I can't believe the gall of this guy. But they're all kind of like this. But this is the big question, is if he's just trying to find out how Jimmy on relationships and how to be a loving husband and father who wants to know what love really looks like, why is he doing videos on narcissism and the psyche of narcissists if that has nothing to do with him? He's a narcissist. I'm not going to take advice from a narcissist on how to protect myself from them. Guys. And also shaming his wife. Shaming his wife here. His content, the only people that should be consuming this content are those... This content should not even exist. But who it's for is for psychopaths trying to save their marriage that they sabotaged. I hate this. He is an alpha male. He's an asshole. He's like one of those, like, alpha, like he thinks he is. Like, he's psychopath. He's one of those toxic alphas. How we stopped fighting after realizing this. The truth of it is, I manipulated in my wife to calm her down, to make her stop worrying. I kept her under wraps. That's the truth of it. Yeah. Literally, you would never pretend to be a cool guy or a tough guy to get a girl. Yes, and you wouldn't try to take advice to try and find love either. It's about being yourself. Exactly. But this guy, psychopaths, they live a facade. Their whole life is a facade. So they have to pretend they're hyper aware of everything they do. They're very cool, calm, collected because they know they have to be. They, in the society we live in, especially in Western society, they've had to hold back those desires from exhibiting them publicly. So why are they cool, calm, collected, charming? Because it's all premeditated. Because they've learned since a young age how to get away, how to hide their true psyche, and how to pretend. So they're good at it. But we shouldn't be taking advice. Yeah. I don't know, Josh. Calling it out. Yeah, like how can we censor this kind of content without infringing freedom of speech? Calling it out. Bringing awareness. That's what I'm trying to do with this video. Bring awareness to educate the populace on the psyche of psychopaths, aka narcissists, and how to identify and the kind of tactics they use and how they hide in plain sight like this, how it's not the creepy guy next door, how it's the handsome guy that is giving good advice but is actually speaking about himself. I'm trying to break it down for this is how I think. Us using our freedom of speech, us as people with empathy, educating ourselves and then helping educate the populace. Always feels attacked. Stop their criticism. How to make your wife shut the fuck up. And fool her. This is... Yeah. Educate populace, call out these psychopaths so that using our freedom of speech, using our freedom of speech, which they try to silence, which they try to get us to sign NDAs. They try to put injunctions through to make us silent so that we can't speak on the reality of it. My voice is priceless. I am going to fight to the end of the justice system for my freedom of speech. Why are they trying to censor the freedom of speech? Because it disrupts their fake facade. So we have broken down his YouTube channel here. I'm not watching any of his videos. I can see what he's trying to get across, and I see the facade. And I think, is there one you want me to watch with, guys, and me to break down? Or did we learn enough about it literally just from his thumbnails and his titles, and know which one pisses me off the most and is him outing himself the most? I kind of want to rip on this. I kind of want to rip on that one. Because he's normalizing psychopathic behavior there. But let's see. Oh, Josh. Well, I try to just help. Aw, I'm so glad that my words can help you. And that me speaking does help and is building community as well, and making people aware of, and making us as people with empathy not blame ourselves or feel ashamed because of ourselves, even though I do feel shame about myself a lot of the time. We are the victims in this, or our people, or people in our life have been victims of psychopaths, and yeah, we have to stay strong and use our voices. And I'm glad if my voice is helping you, like at least one person. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. My head's on my shoulders sometimes. Thank you, Josh. Thank you so much. You're awesome too. You are so kind. I know damn well you are a very kind person. Cool AF. Thank you. I like that. I like it. Cool AF. Cool AF. That's giving comedy, and I'm a comedy coper. Thanks, Josh. Okay, I said I wouldn't cry because I don't want Jimmy to sit back in the bathroom and jack off to me crying, but whatever. Fucking whatever. Fuck you, Jimmy. Okay, which video should we? This is just him ripping on his wife, so let's listen to that. My wife's the problem. My wife has too much masculine energy. She needs to just be more in line and be more submissive and be more feminine. That's his actual internal dialogue. But let's hear how he says it to the public. Let's hear. Let's hear.
All right, question of the day. My girlfriend is generally in her
I can't hear. I actually can't hear.
Energy. Is
can
there
you guys
anything
hear
I
it?
can do to get her
you
back
guys can hear it, but
her...
I actually can't. Can I hear this?
All right, question of the day.
Okay, guys, I can't hear, but he has the captions over it, so fuck it. I'm not gonna hear his stupid voice, and and we are going to just listen to his you guys can hear it, and I will just read. And I like just reading it because then I can read it in his actual voice, his actual internal voice, his actual meaning of it. Okay, let's.
All right, question of the day. My girlfriend is generally in her masculine energy. Is there anything
I can do? He chose to answer this question. Question of the day. He chose this. He chose to answer this.
All right, question of the day. My girlfriend is generally in her masculine energy. Is there anything I can do to get her back into her feminine? Okay. So normally I don't buy into the whole masculine feminine energy thing. My first question would be, what does being in her masculine mean to you? Because most of the time what I assume you mean is she's more guarded, more dominant, independent, maybe stoic. And we have a tendency to see those in a female as bad. Even in your question, you're asking, how can I get her to be different than the way she is?
He's telling the guy, you're not going about it in a good way. That's looked down upon in society. I wouldn't word it as such.
And what we don't realize is that that's part of the reason she's guarded and independent in the first place, because she's never felt accepted and loved.
Wow, because she's guarded and independent. In the first place. So he's using the word 3 times now. He's used it, independent, and he has a negative lens of that. The reason she's independent in the first place.
Because she's never felt.
Oh, it's just because she's never felt accepted and loved.
Accepted and loved for who she is. The people who were supposed to love and accept her the most, the people who were supposed
It made her independent when she could be more submissive.
to treat her with the most warmth and consistency and remind her she's valuable and worthy of their time, energy, and attention, potentially neglected her. She most likely doesn't know what safety feels like. So the last thing we want to do is make her feel like the way she is bad and that she's not good enough and she needs to change to be accepted. Now, 2 quick points. I'm not saying that she's setting herself up for a healthy relationship by being closed off. I'm saying her behavior.
Wow. And then blames the woman.
I'm not saying that she's
saying that she's setting herself up for a healthy relationship.
Up for a healthy relationship by being closed off.
By being closed off. By being masculine, by being guarded, by being independent. She's not setting herself up for a good relationship. He is smart. He's not stupid. He's not stupid. This guy's highly intelligent, high IQ.
Her behavior makes sense. She's protecting herself from being hurt again. And 2, your needs matter as well in this situation.
He's saying how to wean her down, how to break her down so she's malleable. I fucking hate this guy. I hate Jimmy Knowles. I know, Mick, if you're still watching, you said for me not to use the word hate. That hate's a strong word, but guys, he's a psychopath. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Like, I hate him.
You don't need to get her to do anything. You can inspire her. You can provide her the safe place she lacked growing up. You can seek to understand her pain and remind her she's worthy of kindness and respect. But whether she's receptive to any of that is still up to her.
And he puts another video. And you have to add that. You have to end. Thank you, Josh. Saying my BS detectors are proficient. Thank you. Thank you. I see. I'm like, this guy, I understand that he's a psychopath. So then, okay, this is what he's saying. He's wording it in that way because. But whether she's receptive to any of that's still up to her. And then always promoting.
Whether she's receptive to any of is still up to her.
And then saying promote, guys. Promote. And he's doing the promote, guys. This motherfucker. Wow. I hate to consume his content. I hate to consume on my actual YouTube. On my actual YouTube, I'm sadly no, Matt, we are not ripping on Charlotte Winslow. She wears toques indoors in the summer. It's Canada. It's fall. It's fall, mate. Matt, we are ripping on Jimmy Knowles. We're ripping on Jimmy Knowles today. We're ripping on Jimmy Knowles. We're not ripping on me. Jimmy Knowles' psychopath behavior. No, you just pick fun at me, Matt. You just pick fun at me. You don't rip on me. You don't rip on me. I haven't seen you rip on me. My reaction to you, you copying and pasting the femcel thing made it in the final video. Made it in the final video. Just FYI. Just FYI. Hi, Matt. Good to see you. I'm not saying you should step it up. I know I say that you be nice. Keep at the level it is. Don't out yourself too much. No, in the video, I didn't. Copying and pasting the, what, you're such a effing femcel. And then you added, don't lie. Gave me a reaction. No, guys, please don't. Don't make your own ripping on series and make it about me. No, that, yeah. Syndicate, you looked at the video of me dancing. To the 1975. I am hot though. I actually should open the window. Guys, we're ripping on Jimmy on relationship. This guy's a psychopath. Victoria's Secret. Ah, my stomach. Don't have a toque on today, though. Don't have a toque on today. Okay. No, we are ripping on Matt. This will be available to watch after the fact, both on the Twitch. This is quite a good live stream. My chair is shedding. It is. Do I need to show off my chair? I love showing off my chair because it's kind of embarrassing. How cold is it here? It's really not too cold. It's not. It's plus 11. It's 12 degrees Celsius. Look at the chair, guys.
I love ripping on my chair. We can rip on my chair. Ripping on how stupid my chair is. My chair is an embarrassment. My chair is an embarrassment. My chair over there. I have definitely been ripping that chair. Am I a vicious sitter or something? I don't know. I don't know. I guess you could say so. Okay. Josh, Florida's similar. Florida's temperature is similar. Florida's temperature is similar. Wow. You guys are only like 3.5 to 4.5 3.5. Me getting the math. 3.5 degrees. Thank you for bringing some comedy in here, actually, Matt, because you're lightening the mood. Because this is like quite a serious stream, so thank you for lightening the mood here. Yeah, Josh, wow. Yeah, it's nice and cool. Fuck yeah. I guess the one pro of the hurricane. Matt, you just derail stream. Well, you come in and you're just like, you're funny. You give your opinion, you shoot the shit. You do derail stream in a good way, I'd say. In a good way. Like, I derailed the chair. The chair has seen better days. The leaves are pretty right now. You swear the last 5 years we go from summer to winter and no fall. This year we've had a nice fall, though. A long fall that you could consider has just been a summer. True, though. And Syndicate said, don't sit on my wife, the chair. It brought northern air in. Northern air. Northern air. My chair. Guys, it used to have, if you go back far enough in my community on YouTube, there used to be a little bit of the paint here. That was the on the bottom here. This was the last bit that needed to be removed. It's since been worn out. It's since been worn out. I feel like that's an omen. A bad one, a good one. I don't know. The chair has been, the bottom of it, it's completely bare. Completely bare. My stomach still. I had Brussels sprouts, guys. My stomach. Like my whole digestive system. Thank you for bringing the comedy in here. The chair. I need to sit on my yoga ball. I need to sit on my yoga ball. I am a Brussels sprout. Interesting, Matt. I have a hat? I have a hat that has a sprout on it. I really like it. It's really cute. It's really cute. I wanted a hat that had a sprout on it, and I got it. It's really cute. AliExpress. I don't have it on hand. I don't have it on. I would have put it on right now. That's literally me. Yeah. That's me. Yes, it is. Yes. I have a hat like that. Should I try to find my hat? Sprout hat, AliExpress. Let's see. I do have this hat. Let me show. It's really cute, honestly. It's really cute, honestly. Yellow. Okay, it's this, but I have it in yellow. It's this, but in yellow. I have it, and I wear it when I'm gardening, and it's really cute. I do have this. So just pretend. Just pretend.
I do have a hat like that. It's really cute. I was like, does this exist? And then I Googled it and it does. And then I bought it. Yeah, it's a cute hat. I like it. I need to don it in a stream. I need to wear it in a stream. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining the chat, Matt. I think I'm still gonna be going back and forth with chat, seeing what you guys are saying, but I need to continue ripping on Jimmy on relationships. Is there another video of his that I should rip on and break down his words? One of the narcissist ones. Wow, he's the cheater and he's saying this. And the laughing emoji. I hate this guy. Hello, South Cac Dad. Hello. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, do what I gotta do. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for respecting. How to stop being, I don't want to watch a 13-minute video of his. I don't know, maybe we'll get his stupid thing. Herschel Beam bought his course. Honestly, good call. But because for Herschel, because he's learning from a fellow psychopath on how to repair his marriage after being a cheater and a PDF file. Specifically, Herschel's a PDF file, but okay, this is his Instagram as well. Look how many followers he has. The way he dresses up as his wife and makes fun of her. I really hate him. Exposing the narcissist. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Guys, this is what I'm doing. So this is what I'm doing right now. It's literally what I'm doing right now. Okay, Matt. You were playing soccer and you're gonna watch the Leafs highlights from tonight's game. The Leafs is Toronto, right? And you're from Ontario, right? Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Have the tabs up. Keep the stream up, please. But feel free to watch your Leafs game. Okay. Sorry, it's the Brussels sprouts digesting. So this is what I'm doing to him right now. So let's watch this. Exposing the narcissist. Oh, thank you. I won't be using your line, Matt. I won't. Do what you gotta do, True. I used your line. Fuck. I didn't even notice. Okay. Oh, does it show up properly? Can you guys see it? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. So is he gonna make, because sometimes he makes him dressing up in a mockery as his wife. He makes the wife the bad guy, even though the way he dresses up as his wife. Oh, thank you. So we've been going out for a little while. I've been love bombing you pretty hard. The way he's just out in the open. Like, he's acting like, I said this, but he's acting like it's just pretend, just a skit, when it's actually him being fully honest about his internal narcissistic dialogue, still watering it down a bit, but we've kind of seen this one. Because they never are. Because they never are. And he genuinely thinks he's never wrong. Literally, the psychopaths, they think, all of them, they think that they're better than the rest of the population because of their ability to manipulate, because they don't have emotions. They see that as a beneficial thing, and they literally think they are better than everyone else. It is a lie that they have insecurity problems. They're actually very, very happy. They're incredibly conscious of what they do, and yeah, they're proud of themselves. And okay. They wouldn't be, the thing though is a narcissist, if they were asked these questions, he's giving the internal dialogue, but they wouldn't actually be open, honest about this. It's not funny, okay? It's not funny. It's not shamelessness. Yep, they don't have shame. They've never felt shame. They don't feel shame, guys. They get pissed off when they get caught, and then they have to play the woe is me, and they do the fake tears, but it's not actually them. Okay. You being superior to everyone else, it's not because they have it's not because they're insecure. They genuinely think they're superior. They think they're the best. He's joking about it. He's like, ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, guys, this is how you expose a narcissist. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah. But then he thinks, no, I know all of the correct answers to say to that for what they would expect. And my whole page is teaching you how to lie to your wife that you cheated on and how to get her back in good graces. Fuck you, Jimmy. And he promotes his stuff. He's great at marketing. He's smart. This guy isn't stupid. He's making a public mockery of his wife, doing all these kind of ha ha ha, so funny. I hate him. Do you see the psyche, guys? Do you see the psyche? They wouldn't actually say that though. Like, the way they're not honest, they would never openly admit, because that would out their entire facade. So why would they? That would be stupid. It's so clear. Okay, good, Josh. Thank you. Yeah, it's clear. Like, thank you. I'm glad that you can see it too. How to get your wife to fuck you more. That's what this is. Like, if we see it, his main advice is him giving advice. He does some stuff that he's acting like is helping victims of narcissists, but a lot of it is trying to help psychopaths like himself, narcissists like himself, giving fellow cheating psychopaths advice. So let's see what his advice is to get her to be in the mood more. Connected you. So he got complacent. No, he just doesn't. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. Poor woman. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. He just knows how to manipulate them really well. Love tank. No, he just, after a marriage, that's when they're like, and I have her. Now I can let the mask down. Now I don't have to love bomb anymore because I've secured them. That's the actual internal dialogue of him. That's probably when he cheated on her. That's probably when he cheated on her. Let's just take a break for a little bit. And then goes and hires a prostitute. He's giving advice to other psychopaths on what they can do, the kind of emotional things they can pretend to do to get the wife to trust them more. How to groom their wife, literally. Which ultimately made her feel more connected and wanted to go further. How to coercively control. Wow, and you might be exhausted as well. When he's saying that, he's thinking, I still want to fuck. Oh my God. This is a common thing that he's heard everywhere, so he's just regurgitating. My guess is she finds it sexy when you do chores without having to be asked. That's not saying anything new. Everyone said that. Everyone said that, bro. You're selfish. He is. Sorry to tell you. He's the selfish lover, guys. He's the selfish mother. He's the cheater. Sorry to tell you, but you're the selfish one. He's just speaking to himself, really. If she feels like she's just a means to an end for you, he's saying she is just a means to an end for me to get my sexual desire. But if she feels that way, that you don't really care about intimacy with her, and you just want to use her body, that's a big turnoff for her, guys. You can't be open about that, okay? You have to pretend. You have to do these other steps, okay, mate? I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Fucking, if she's not in the mood. But that's what he's saying the entire thing is. His synopsis of that is, she's not in the mood. How to make my wife fuck me more. I hate this guy. The way he dresses up makes a mockery of his wife. Guys. Thank you, Josh. Okay, that's very kind of you to say. The way you read through the code, it's like hot knife through butter. I see through his facade. I know the psyche of. A simple narcissist test. Oh my God. Let's see. Okay, maybe this will be the last. I need to stop consuming his content. So I have people ask me whether they're a narcissist or not. He's like, I am. He's like, I am. Which is interesting. Yeah. They wouldn't ask that question because they know, and he's saying, I know I am one. I don't need to ask. If you're having to ask that, a narcissist wouldn't out themselves. You're silly to even... Of course you're not. A narcissist wouldn't ask that, because that would give themselves away, bro. That's what he's saying. He's speaking about it. But that's besides the point. They wouldn't even ask. That would out them and admit their flood. Why would they? That's besides the point, though. Not always, though. This isn't, because they can fake accountability. Just like how he faked accountability when he cheated on his wife. They can fake it, okay? The way they fake it. But he's saying, guys, this is the foolproof way to try to really get your wife to forgive you. I did it and I'm so sorry. Narcissists can fake a lot of things. Look at him looking like, I'm faking my entire existence right now. The way he looked away there. But they do not. It goes against their programming. They can still fake that. That isn't a gotcha. It's not. It's not. But he's saying, he's trying to pretend it is. This is why you don't listen to this guy. This is why you don't take advice from him, because he is a narcissist himself. He's just trying to say, this is the way. This is how you get away with it better. So, mate, if you're watching it, you're not. This is how you can really fool them. Take fake accountability. It goes against their programming. No, they will lie to any means necessary. They will fake accountability. Yep. You can bring Bijou in. One sec. Sorry, one sec. Okay. Back. Okay, what were you saying about me? You better not be ripping on me, Matt. Yep, that was my mom. She took Bijou to pee, and Bijou's in the room now. And Josh, yeah, if they are high functioning, yeah, and even an apology from a narcissist is so empty and unbelievable. If they are high functioning and even try to fake an apology, because some don't, right? Some will just, if they've already got you, then the apology, like, some are more overt, some are more covert, both psychopath. The mask is eventually always let down in one way or another. Some are more overt, some are more covert, yeah. Matt, saying you have a whole list. You and your notes app? Oh my god. Just, you and your notes app, me and my notes app when I'm doing a ripping on. Don't you dare, Matt. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Otherwise I have to do a ripping on Matt. Then it's a notebook, actually. You wrote a story about me. Only 3 pages, okay. Working on your own YouTube series, okay? Well, if it's a ripping on, you're stealing the name of mine. You're stealing the name of mine. Thank you for introducing this comedy. Thank you for the comedy. Thank you for the comedy. Okay. Let's get back. Name it only seems fitting, you know, the ripping on. It's great. I like the ripping on. I came up with it. It just came up with it intuitively. Atrioc the first one. Atrioc the first one. Atrioc's team got so mad. I still laugh. One of my Atrioc videos shorts is getting views. Canadian viewers have been seeing it. It's me doing a point of view from Atrioc's lawyer's point of view. It's starting to get views again. So I'm laughing. Yeah, really. It's seeming to be getting views. I noticed that. I thought, oh, fuck it. Atrioc's people, the first ripping on it's got 42 views in the last 48 hours. So not a lot, but it was getting none. It's coming back. It's coming back, guys. It's coming back. Where is can I bring it up to show? And people are finding it from the YouTube search. My ripping on Atrioc is returning to the viewers. It's showing up in the algorithm or whatever. From people searching Atrioc, and then me doing my short from Atrioc's lawyer's point of view is getting views. I almost privated that one. I'm so glad I didn't, because it's getting the views. It's getting the views. It's an honest representation of the kind of conversation it was with Atrioc and his lawyer. Legit. The first ripping on. That he will never live it down. The first ripping on of my series. Honey, just rest. It's okay. My mom took my other dog out right now, and Bijou doesn't like when Biscuit's walking around and she isn't. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, the H short is getting views. Oh my god. Oh my god. The first one, he'll never live it down. He never will. Okay, let's continue. Okay, can't go against his program. That's a lie. They will fake it. I'm special. I deserve to be praised. If they made a mistake, it wouldn't be true. A true or repair. No, this is false. This is false. This is straight up false. This is why you don't take advice on narcissism from a narcissist, because a narcissist will repair their public facade, which is their breeding mule of a wife and children, and keeping that in under wraps so that they can look like a normal member of society. Okay? So this is a lie, and this is why we don't take advice from a narcissist psychopath like Jimmy, because he lies and saying no. And because then now other narcissists are watching this and are going to try to use that tactic. They're apologizing to their wife. A narcissist has no interest in accountability or repair. I wouldn't be begging for you here. I wouldn't be forgiving. I wouldn't be begging for your forgiveness. I wouldn't be admitting, when they're not even truly admitting the depths of their depravity. This is why we don't take advice from a guy like this. This is a lie. Accountability says, sorry, I was wrong. I certainly didn't intend to hurt you, but I can see how this happened. That is him lying, though. That's how they would lie, though. But they can still, okay, guys, they can still hide it. One of mine had his wife had Google tracking on his phone. Google tracking on his phone. And he left his phone at work to go meet me. That looks to his wife like, no, guys, I've tracked him. There's no way he's cheating on me. There's no way. And Jimmy would say, see, that's actual change. That's the facade of change. Ha ha. Just have to be more careful. They didn't change. They hide it better. They learn and hide it better. The psyche never changes. They're still... Anyways, repair is accountability. So explore and learning how a victim, his wife, was affected, so that going forward he knows how to manipulate her better, is not the same as someone with empathy. It's not the same. The way he tries to act like it is. No, guys, this isn't proof of, this isn't an easy narcissist test. No, it isn't. Lies. Not for a high-functioning, high IQ one. No, lies. Lies. This is why you don't take advice from a narcissist himself. He knows that it's the right play to say these words. That's why he said he studied all these books to learn. He was studying what is societally acceptable, and then he's playing that role. It's not the same as genuinely caring about one another. He's a narcissist, so we don't take advice from him, guys. Like, repair, no. It means that he's trying to repair the facade, which is to his benefit. Because if then they broke up and then divorce and then he doesn't have the children, he's not in control. That would anger the hell out of them. So that's why they repair. It's not because they actually care, and this is the test of if they're a narcissist or not. This is lies. This is lies. But he's saying this because this is exactly what he's done to his wife. He's quote unquote repaired the relationship. So he's saying this is the telltale, when that's not the case. It's just him trying to, this is just him trying to pat his own back and, what's the words? Let me think. Secure his facade and secure what he's done. Okay. And Tracy, see, I'm not a true narcissist because... No, you just fooled. No, lies. He can say those things. That's just... That literally reminds me of both of my groomers' wives. And the fooling of... They'd go... Guys, they go to the counseling, they go to the marriage counseling, but they just learn from it on how to manipulate the partner better. I hate this. Don't take advice from this guy. Do not take advice from him. He is a con artist. All narcissists are. Yes, trying to keep his wife in a state of perpetual pain from what he did. Staying in the relationship is enough evidence for you. The relationship was over as soon as he cheated, plain and simple. Exactly, he outed himself. That's the end. He won't change. Exactly. But a narcissist isn't one of them. You might be a lot of things, but a narcissist isn't. He's trying to say, see, I'm not. This is him trying to build himself up to be able to say, see, this is the way. I'm not. See, I tried to repair it, therefore I'm not. Haha, get God. And then he promotes himself again. Always promotes himself. It's not a simple test. Git Cat is writing notes. I love it. Call it over a rip. Okay, you and your dog gonna start ripping on Charlotte podcast. No. Do I need to turn ripping on into a podcast? Is it not just a YouTube series? Is it a podcast? Is this podcast quality? Yes, Josh, right? It doesn't work that way, homie. This is why you don't take advice about narcissism and psychopathy from a narcissist themselves. He's lying. He's spinning the truth for his benefit, so that this is the excuse he's used to his wife. It can't be me because I tried to repair it. Both of my narcissists tried to repair the relationship, repair their facade. They did a good job of it. Fooled their wife. Doesn't mean they're not a narcissist psychopath who were going after minors for multiple years on end. But sure, say that, Jimmy. Say that though. Because that works to your benefit. To continue your facade and your grooming of your wife. Abusing of your wife. Fuck you, Jimmy. I hate Jimmy. Yeah. Okay. Get Cat saying he's not a narcissist. You're taking note of what I'm saying or what Jimmy's saying? If you're taking notes of what I'm saying, that's good, because then I'm helping educate you about true psychopathy and how to not fall victim to the spoils of a narcissist. But if you're taking advice from Jimmy, he's giving advice on how to get away with abusing people. Yes, Josh. Once someone, aka his wife in this situation, once someone forgives a psychopath, they see it as a green light. They do. Once the wife forgives them, once the victim forgives them, they're like, literally green light in their head. Light bulb goes off. I've won. That's what they think. I have won this game. I am smarter than them, and I fooled them. And I'm the winner. That's what they're actually thinking. But he never openly describes it as such. He does to a degree, but not to the true level it is. This is why we don't trust Jimmy. Okay, guys, I think I've done a good deep dive onto this narcissist psychopath. Anyone say anything on the Dr. Karen Mitchell's thesis? I recommend. She's the most education. Also, I would recommend Dr. Ramani, but Dr. Karen Mitchell is the leading in this area. Okay, so we don't want it to be giving him any passive use. I feel bad for her, for this woman. I feel really bad for his wife. Never is she shown. Only shown in his profile photo so he can say, see, look at, I'm with my wife. I'm back with her. I made her trust me again so that she doesn't take my children away from me and make me look like the bad guy. That's the true inner dialogue of them. Nowhere is his wife here. Right, Josh, right. This is why I'm reading it. This is why I'm going to continually do streams reading out the thesis so that you guys can have it on, so that there's a version of it, audiobook, that I create for free for you guys to listen to. And we will continue doing that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. So I feel really bad for his wife. Okay, this is who I feel, this woman right here. Just like I feel bad for Atriarch's wife, just like I feel bad for my groomer's wives, just like how I feel bad for Herschel's wife, just as I feel bad for all the victims of psychopaths. Okay? I feel bad that she is literally just an award for him to have in the photo to prove that he's still with her, and then has the children too. See, I have my kids. I'm a good father. That's the actual internal dialogue. It's not, it's to keep the facade under wraps, guys. Just keep the facade under wraps. Okay. Okay. I would say that we've done a pretty sufficient deep dive into the psyche of, into the facade of Jimmy Knowles, also known as Jimmy on relationships on his social medias. I don't need this on. I need to brush my hair to look a bit more put together. Guys, it's clear. This man is a psychopath. This man is a narcissist. This man dampens psychopathy and narcissism. Learning about psychopathy and narcissism from a narcissist themselves is never going to be educational, because within it are lies spun to make themselves look better and to normalize and glamorize their behavior to continue getting away with it in society. They never give the true depths of their evil. Hello, Devil Uriel Potter. Hello, thank you for joining. Hello. I'm going to chat with you guys after this, so I'm not ending it immediately after. I'm just giving like a breakdown ending of. My stomach has been in pain this entire thing. And yes, Josh, that's so true. Narcissists are the this parable reminds me of a guy who, let me just read this out, Josh. Narcissists are the closest thing to real life vampires that exist. They are energy vampires, and they steal life force. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Jimmy is not a reliable source on relationships, on love, on true love. On no one with access to empathy should be consuming Jimmy's content unless unless you're doing it for educational purposes such as myself. Do not take advice from this man. This man, his online facade is a part of him keeping his wife in check and coercively controlling her to stay with him, to prove that he's a good guy. Okay? You're a part of his plan. You're not to blame if you're consuming his content, because most people aren't aware on psychopathy. They aren't aware. And then they're learning it on TikTok from guys such as Jimmy, who is a narcissist himself. He's not a reliable source. He spins the words. And sadly, consuming his content is playing into his ploy of him grooming his wife and keeping her under wraps and feeding into his facade and stroking his ego, feeding into his ego, proving to him what he already thinks, because this is what psychopaths think. They aren't insecure. They truly believe they are holier, better than thou, because of their capacity to manipulate and because they don't have access to emotion. And the way they can get away with it in plain sight, like Jimmy is, that makes them so happy. So let's stop consuming content and using narcissists as a reliable source on love, on narcissism, on relationships, on education, period. Everything they do is for their advantage, never for the greater good of society, all for themselves, okay? Never to help another. Even when he's giving the advice to help, yes, Josh, you can absolutely share it on your Facebook. And I will edit this into a full video after the fact too. Even when they are giving advice, which honestly is like he's giving advice for fellow psychopaths a lot of the time, it's not really that he's giving them advice, but more so he is just trying to prove his facade more that he's a good guy. But inadvertently, he's teaching other psychopath narcissists how to get away with it better. Because that's how he's gotten away with it. That's how he's made a whole career off making a public mockery of his wife, dressing up as her, reenacting their first date and his internal dialogue that he didn't tell her. Does she even know? I don't know if she does. I feel really, really bad for his wife. I really hope that she sees this, honestly, and that she can garner the strength and has the familial and financial support to be able to leave this man and to be able to create her own presence online, use her freedom of speech, her voice, and speak up about the truth of what it's been like living with a psychopath narcissist all these years and the lengths he's gone to. I hope, and for her to then take advice from Dr. Ramani and Dr. Karen Mitchell, the very reliable professional sources. I'm a layman. I speak from my life experience of 9 years, almost daily speaking, with married psychopaths. Mine specifically were PDF files. But yeah. I really hope that this can awaken lots of wives, lots of victims of psychopaths, narcissists, and to help educate the populace, okay? Because this is the only way to be able to stop narcissist psychopaths from flourishing, such as Jimmy Knowles is by educating people on the truth of their nature, how they hide in plain sight, and the lengths they go to keep their facade under wrap. Okay? I hope this video was helpful, educational, and fuck Jimmy Knowles. Fuck you, Jimmy. If you see this, I see through you. I know exactly the kind of psyche you are. Been done before. All the same. same playbook, same psyche. I get you. And I think that you're a fool. And I'm calling you out, ripping on you, justifiably so. Goodbye. Okay, that's the end of me giving my outro for it. Yeah, Matt, yeah. Matt, you might want to watch back this whole video, this whole stream, because I give some more lore about my groomer abusers. I go into with what I'm allowed to say, with what I'm allowed. Thank you, Josh, for saying it's a good exit. Narcissist detector Charlotte Winslow. I love that. Yeah, no, like the lengths they go to repair, and yet he's saying that a narcissist would never repair. Yes, they would, because that's how you get away with it in society. That's how you keep getting away with it. Yes, they should. Well, Matt, a lot of them seem to be in the North Pole here in Canada, and Canada's laws and justice system seems to protect PDF files. Aw, get cad. Okay, any advice for shy men? So, I don't mean to assume, but you saying you're shy means that you're nervous and that you're kind. If you're kind, that means you're a good guy. And you're not looking to hurt, but you're just looking to find love. And don't be afraid that there are evil women. And sadly, evil women will go after men that are more empathetic and kind. So be careful, have a detector for them, but also know that you are capable of true love. And when you find the right woman, you'll be able to give that to her. You're going to give her something really, really important and lovely. So it's okay to be shy. But at the same point, don't let it break you down or make you feel bad for being shy. Okay? Contrary to what fucking Jimmy said, that women don't like nice guys. Not true. That's just normalizing psychopath behavior. So yeah, no problem. Okay, and Aquamat, you hate PDF files with a burning passion. Me too. Your guilty pleasure is watching those YouTubes that catch them based. Layman citizens arrest. Let's effing go. I stand with. Let's go. I need to learn how to do citizens arrests. Is that possible in Canada? Guys, I'm really proud of this live stream. This might rustle some feathers, especially when I edit this into a full video, but I think that I did a really good job of breaking down the psyche of and breaking down the con artistry wording of Jimmy's facade. And I believe people will see the truth. I feel like I was very logical and really broke it down in a way that those of us with empathy and those that have been victims of psychopaths like him will hopefully inspire them to leave their narcissist significant others. I really hope so. The goal is to educate the populace, because I've said this before. I used to think that I was just going to be with a psychopath and I was going to be a martyr in the way that they would abuse me so then they wouldn't harm anyone else. But that doesn't make sense, because that's only stopping one, and even then it's not stopping them. They are smart and they would get off on fooling others behind my back and cheating on me behind my back, and because they know that would piss me off. So that's not realistic. The most logical and helpful thing to do for society is to educate those of us with empathy on narcissism and psychopathy, aka human predators. Because that's how we can become empowered. That's helping way more than just stopping being with one psychopath and trying to prevent him or them from harming. Chance, hi. Oh, Chance. Hi. Long time no see. Long time no see. God bless you. God bless you. I am live. I am. Yep. But yeah, so the goal, the most rational thing, and this is why I use my voice, and people want it silenced so bad, they will put the money behind it. They will really try to silence. They will really try to silence, because our voice empowering others is what makes the large societal change. Just trying to stop one psychopath is not the play. I'm glad that I've realized that. This is the solution for me to use my voice to try to help others. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay, guys, we can chat now. There I am talking about. There I am ripping on Jimmy Knowles. The ripping on is like a way to make it comedy. I'm ripping on them, guys. I'm ripping them apart. I'm ripping the facade apart. I'm ripping the facade apart. Okay. Hi, Chance. How have you been? How have you been? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Yep. God bless you. Yeah. TLDR, psychopathy, narcissism, cheating husbands. Yes, you have missed a lot of discussion. This was me breaking down Jimmy Knowles, aka Jimmy on Relationships facade. This will be edited into a full video, and this will be kept up after the fact. I would recommend watching this whole video. Watch it on ×2 speed if you want it to go back by faster, to be able to, on YouTube only. On Twitch you can't, but it's on YouTube as well, to be able to get the information in at a quick. I do talk fast though, so listening to me at ×2 speed can be kind of difficult sometimes, but I would recommend listening to, because I do educate a lot on psychopathy and narcissism and call out this. I'm glad you've been doing well. I'm glad you've been doing well. But yeah, we really broke it down. I hate Jimmy Knowles, guys. I hate him. But I think I've done a really good job of breaking him down. Like, he's smart, but am I smarter? He's smart, but is he smart enough to fool Charlotte? I don't think so, because look how expertly I've ripped apart his facade. Ooh, that would make Jimmy so mad. That would make him so bad. That would make him so mad. Hope he sees this part. Going to say 1.5 speed might be better. Yes. Thank you, Josh. You're saying I'm smarter, definitely. Matt is saying he's smarter than me. Matt, you have wit, you are smart, but I don't know. Do I need to do an IQ test? I'm not good at math, guys. Sometimes my left brain isn't always on. ×2 for the Charlotte and Chipmunks experience. Yes, Chance. Yes, it would give Charlotte the Chipmunks. Easy win for you, Matt. That's what you say. Oh, my stomach. Oh. You're definitely clever, Matt. You're definitely a smart dude. Oh my god, my stomach. I shouldn't have had the Brussels sprouts. They're ripping apart my digestive system. Oh, it's 10:30 here. I gotta get to bed. Oh, my stomach. Oh my god. Matt says, stop being nice. It's harder to roast you then. Well, that's being honest. That's being honest. And I have empathy, so I say kind things honestly. Be mad. Be mad I'm not a psychopath. Burps. All those... Chance says, all those years of hearing vegetables were good for us for this. Git Cat, I do still make music. Should I play some of it? Should I play some of it? Let's listen. Oh, it's really good. Let's listen. Oh, I'll play the part that I've really been enjoying. I'm gonna release this. I've been writing a song called Cargo. And producing it. I've almost finished it. Let's listen to it. Let's end it with listening to it. I also have the whole music video vision. It's on the Patreon, guys, so join the Patreon. Join the Patreon. I have all the versions of it on there from beginning to finish. Git Cat, I can't do a collab until I actually start releasing my stuff on a schedule. No collabs until then. But you can send your stuff my way. Okay, let's listen. Let's listen to Cargo. This song's really good. This song is a vision. Okay. I'm not signed in, so we have to just listen to the... Okay, can you hear it? I can't hear it. You guys can. Do you hear it? It has swears, so I guess that is like... I'm sorry, it has swears. Real man would go crash the cargoes on your Edgar Allan. Okay. There it is. There's the preview. There's the preview, guys. The full song, the full 5-minute song is on the Patreon, is on the... Should I write the Patreon? You guys join. It's also in the description of the YouTube, but here I am typing it out. The song's really good. I'm actually gonna finish it and release it. It's gonna be iconic. It's gonna be iconic. Yeah, so I am actually gonna release music. It's been 5 years since I've released something. I hold myself back. I'm like, oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do it myself. I've done it myself. I'm actually gonna release it. Matt says he plays a mean triangle. I do need some percussion. Percussion is my... It's not... What's the opposite of strong suit? So, Git Cat's asking about my medication. I'm not technically on SSRIs. I'm on Wellbutrin right now. That's the one I am on. It's not an SSRI. I think it's an NDRI or something. It's different. I didn't want to be on the SSRIs. I quit it a couple years ago. Then I had a traumatic thing in the life 3 years ago. I have PTSD now. Then I had to be put back on medication. Then I tried to lower and go off the medication. I was okay for a bit. Then I had there was a trigger. Then I really had a hard time. And then I was in a really low state. Still am recovering from that. And stabilizing. And then I had to be put back on my medication. But I'm not on as high of a dose. But yeah. But I am, yep. Okay. You're on and off, you forget sometimes. All fair. Yes, Josh. I didn't want to be on the SSRI. I prefer St. John's wort to the SSRI. But I needed something stronger that wouldn't be really expensive, because I would have to take about 4 or 5 St. John's wort pills to get the same dose as the Wellbutrin. So that would be really expensive and not covered under pharmacare here in Canada. Yep, it doesn't cause weight gain or make you super sleepy, and it also doesn't have any sensual side effects. So it's better that way. and it supposedly is good for people that have ADHD. I don't know if I have it or not. I don't want to go on any of those ADHD drugs, so I was like, I'll try the Wellbutrin because I don't want to go back on Zoloft. Yep, it's better. And Aquamat says he's on water and vapes. Matt, you're in Canada. Okay, what's the name of it? G Core. What's the name of it? Classico. Get this juice. Matt, find this juice. Get it. It's the best. I don't vape anymore. It's the best. If I did still vape, that would be in the tank. I highly recommend. Not to be a bad influence. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. I think it is a good choice. It's one that I felt comfortable taking. You just use disposable ones. Oh, fair. I was on disposables for a while. The G-Core Classico juice is so good. It tastes like Coca-Cola. It's really good. I'd recommend like getting just one of those small fillable vape ones for that juice. That juice is actually as good as the disposables. I'd highly recommend, Matt. It's a Canadian one. I'd recommend. Find where it is. Get it online. It's good. You're trying to quit. I'm sorry. Okay, never mind. No, don't get it. Don't get it. It'll keep you addicted. You need bad tasting ones so you don't crave it. Get the tobacco flavor. Tastes nothing like a cigarette. Okay, Chance. My mischievous smile is peak. My mischievous smiles definitely make an appearance every so often. Yep. Yeah, I would recommend that flavor though. Oh, it makes me miss it. Nope, I don't need it. I've quit vaping for a while now, which I'm proud of myself for. Another 3-hour stream. Every stream I'm like, maybe I'll only have enough to talk about for like an hour. Each stream tends to be 3 hours. Each stream is seeming to be 3 hours. I'm really proud of this deep dive though. Will this create some ruffles in the feathers of Jimmy on Relationships online presence? Maybe. But that means I will get the truth out to people. And so more people don't get taken advantage of his bad advice. Okay guys, I'm probably gonna head out. Any questions or anything before I head out and go in the shitter, because these Brussels sprouts have been moving their way through me. They still are. We can only hope. I agree, Josh. Let me Google if anyone has called out Jimmy on Relationships. Has anyone besides me called out Jimmy? Thank you, Josh. Calling out Jimmy. Like, has anyone else? I never check. I just get an idea for a video and I never check if anyone else has done it. No, I'm gonna be the first. I'm the first to call him out. Oh my god. I'm the first. Matt has a question. Tell us your life story quickly, starting at age 0. That's just to keep me on stream longer. I can't do that. I do want to start writing my autobiography though, so I guess stay tuned. Is this a sign that I need to start my autobiography? Matt's interested. Proof say you got time. I don't. The Brussels sprouts are moving through me. Okay, guys, this was good. Oh, I always forget to say follow and subscribe. Subscribe on the YouTube. Follow on the Twitch. Subscribe on the Twitch if you want to, because that does help me financially, and it means you get no ads, and it means you get to use my crazy emoji stick figure ones that I made that are really hilarious. But yeah, thank you so much, Chance. Thank you for jumping in. You are very kind. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so glad that you have been doing well in the meantime, and that you're back. And thank you, Josh, as well. Guys, you're so sweet. Miss Femcell. I am. Matt, if you haven't watched the Femcell edit, watch it on the YouTube. Watch it on the YouTube, mate. My reaction to your thing made it in. Therefore, you have to watch it. And pat yourself on the back. Okay. God bless, guys. This was a productive stream. This was a therapeutic stream for me, too. This was therapeutic. God bless you guys. Let's go. Bye.